And yes, we are live, we are live, we are live, and welcome to another episode of The Crypto Factor. My name is Paul. Welcome tonight. Today, we're going to be talking about crypto. We got lots to talk about. We're going to talk about if you should buy cryptocurrency now. We're going to talk about XRP, BTC, Ethereum, ADA, Solana, Bitcoin. We're going to have an AMA answering all your questions. We're going to be talking a little bit about Taproot, a little bit about Ethereum. And oh my God, we have so much to talk about. Before I get started though, this channel, if it's your first time here, this is The Crypto Factor. This is the channel for cryptopreneurs. This is the channel for aspiring cryptopreneurs, people that want to learn about crypto, want to get into crypto, want to make crypto their business, their life, their journey. We're there together, and welcome to the channel. So if that interests you, check out this video, and if that's something you can relate to, if it's something you like, if I'm somebody you can listen to, then go ahead and consider subscribing to this channel and hitting that bell notification button so you don't miss the next video. I see everybody in the chat right now. I see Lily saying, I am Bell Sub. What's up? How are you doing? I see BLE saying, hey, how are you? Going crazy in the chat there. I'm seeing a lot of chat here. What am I missing here? My biggest fan. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I see Bobby Steels talking about some crazy sci-fi Bill Gates stuff. I see Ryan Smith saying, I'm the sexiest bald man on YouTube. I am the sexiest bald man, period. Not just on YouTube. All social media, Twitter, Instagram, Badu, Tinder, anything you can possibly imagine, right? And I don't know what Bobby's talking about, hair loss. High testosterone also contributes to hair loss, by the way. That might be a thing, just so you know. All right. Who else do I see? I see a whole bunch of people here. Hello, how you doing, Bali? I see people that are late. I see people getting notifications. Escanor, at last you got notified. YouTube's like, you know what? This guy keeps on hitting the like button on all the videos. He keeps on subscribing, hits the bell button, watches the videos. We can't keep this man down. We can't keep this crypto channel back. We cannot hold it back. Let's send him the notification because it's the only way to control the people. All right, let's see who else we see here. And Larry saying, thank you for your job. I appreciate it, Larry. I appreciate you. I see Abhishek saying, Cosmos, AVAX, what's your take? I invested badly. We'll talk about that in a bit, man. We'll talk about that. You can ask your questions in a bit. I say hi from Florida, from Leah, talking about G7. What's going to happen with G7? Did that happen, by the way? I think I missed it. You are the real bro. Yes, sir. I see Gulam saying, pick it. I see RTT646. Hi, mate. How's the health? We'll see, man. I got a PET scan on Friday. I also had a spilography. I don't know what that's called in English. Like 9 bottles of blood taken from my arm. So they're checking everything, man. So whatever it is, we'll know where it is and we'll fix it, man. Whatever it is, we'll go through this. It's nothing we're not gonna handle, right? Igor saying, what up, Paul? Let's get it, bro. That's BitBoy's thing, but let's get it anyway. I see questions piling in right now already. Orange County, California. What's up, California love? I see a whole bunch of people here ready to talk, man. And right now I'm drinking my coffee. And I'm drinking coffee, and I think my mug is starting to get destroyed. But I'm drinking, this is my logo, by the way. I don't know if you noticed. I got to order a few more of these. Maybe I'll start giving them out or selling them or something. But I'm drinking coffee because I was at the beach today. We went to the beach. We drove a little bit out, even though I'm literally like 5-10 minutes walking from the beach here. We drove a little bit away to go to my favorite restaurant. And we had some amazing food. I had some steak. I had some fish stuff. And you can probably see it on my Instagram, MC Paul D. If anybody wants to find me on my Instagram, here, I'll put it in the chat, which, by the way, you can also find me on Twitter officially with MC Paul D as well. So yeah, as I was saying, we had great steak, great seafood, and yes, I did mix them up. had some beer, swam as well. Actually went in, got my first swimming thing, my first dive this year. A bit late, I would think, but still, better late than never. But yeah, so got my swimming action going. So comment down below if you've been swimming yet, or is it still winter where you're at, or are you too away from the sea, or don't you like the sea? Do you like the pool better, or I don't know, do you prefer cold showers? Let me know in the chat down below. I see so many people in the chat. It's so awesome. I'm going to be answering your questions in a little bit. Escanor says, Paul, why we're looking left and right again like this, like when I'm talking like this and just talk like this, very simple. And I'll explain why in a second. A lot of people don't know this. So by what I do in life and business, I'm a marketer and I'm a sales expert, but I also study body language. Now, while you're supposed to look at somebody, you're supposed to look at the camera, right? If I keep looking at the camera and don't turn away, it becomes very creepy. It goes from cool to sexy to creepy to weird to, oh my God, I can't take this guy looking at me anymore. The same thing happens on stage. You want to be looking at a lot of people. So basically, while I'm using my body language to communicate, I'm used to look away and looking at the camera and talking like this. It's a body language thing. It just increases engagement, it just helps out in general. So a lot of people will tell you, look at the camera, keep looking at the camera, but it looks kind of creepy if you keep on looking at the camera like this, doesn't it? It looks really bad, especially if you can do it without blinking, which I can't. But anyway, you know what I mean. So that's why I keep on looking away. It's a force of habit. It's something I trained myself to do. It's something I do. I just did it again without noticing. I just fucking did it again. Fuck! See? It just happens. Just like certain things I do and say in sales, it just kind of stick. So that's why. That's the official reason. The reason I gave on the comment section of my YouTube channel when somebody asked was I had 10 beautiful ladies around me, 2 sports guys and a couple of midgets. And I was looking around because after the video, we were going to go get dinner. So anyway, that's why I look left and right. So now you know, Escanor. Now you know. So let's talk about what's going on in the crypto markets right now. We've got some crazy G7 thing going on, which I haven't seen. I don't know what's going on with that, so I'm not going to pretend to know about it. I didn't have enough time to see if that came out and what has been said because I was too busy swimming in the ocean, in the sea, because the ocean's in America, the sea is in Mediterranean. So there you go. If you don't know that, you just learned something new today. And but we're going to talk about if you should be buying cryptocurrency or not right now. We're going to be talking about it on a charts perspective since I can't see the news. And let's do some updates. Let's talk about a few updates because we have Taproot officially coming out in November for Bitcoin. And a lot of people don't understand how important Taproot is because Taproot is an extremely important update. It's a soft fork of Bitcoin, meaning it's going to happen automatically. Your Bitcoin will get this. 90% of the votes came in, and basically what Taproot provides is more privatized transactions, meaning people can't see what you're doing, and that's not just so you can hack and hide from the government and all that crap. But a lot of people don't want other people to know how much money they have or how much Bitcoin they have and become a target. Maybe they want to do something anonymously, like, I don't know, buy a Bible in a country where you're not supposed to be buying Bibles, or maybe they want to do some stuff under the radar to protect themselves, not to necessarily do something bad, not to do something illegal, but to protect themselves. So that's extremely important. But the other important aspect about Taproot is, guess what? It's because smart contracts are available on Bitcoin. So what smart contracts is what ADA has been looking to get. That's what all the fuss is about for the upgrade and the hard fork right now for ADA. Smart contracts is what made Ethereum what it is. Everyone's building dApps on it and building programs on it and so on. Well, this will be now possible to do on Bitcoin, which is crazy. It's insane. You can do so much stuff on Bitcoin after that. And that is really important for the truest decentralized cryptocurrency there is in the world. So that is huge update. That is huge news. And it's a game changer for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is literally changing. It's changing as in it's progressing, it's evolving, becoming something better, more important, right? And then it will also take care of some fees and stuff like that. So Taproot is extremely important. We got all the votes. It's coming out in November, which is great. We're very excited about it. It's going to do a lot, and it's going to open up a lot of horizons. So that is huge news in itself. Now, at the same time, Ethereum is getting its London hard fork and London upgrade or London hard fork, whatever you want to call it, soft fork, whatever it is. But basically, that will allow less fees on the network. So Ethereum won't cost, the gas fees won't be so high to print NFTs, make exchanges on Uniswap, and so on. Already, congestion has been going down for Ethereum. I mean, I did some trades this morning with $1 to $2 gas fees, which was great. And I'll tell you what I did. It's very important. You might want to do the same. Actually, got some great advice for you later on in this video. But it also makes Ethereum basically deflationary, meaning every year, the biggest argument about Ethereum was that it wasn't deflationary. There wasn't no cap on it, if you will. But now with this upgrade coming out on Ethereum, every time you make a transaction, some of that transaction is going to be burnt and gone forever. So basically, there'll be less Ethereum over time, making it, well, that's going to be crazy for the price. It could cause a liquidity crisis. So you got the two major coins, cryptocurrencies, if you will, right now, competing. It might not be the best word, but are competing for the news, if you will, because Bitcoin, it's the number one store of value, spendable store of value. Ethereum is the number one platform for building and doing things on right now. Does that make sense? So this is huge news. That's happening in July, by the way. And if you don't know what smart contracts is, I think the best way to describe it is a vending machine is a smart contract. You go, you put like some coins in. There's a Coca-Cola, there's different stuff. You say, okay, I want some Coke. That Coke, this sees that thing, it sees the Coke comes out, you got your Coca-Cola. Now, it's the same thing, but it's decentralized, it's programmed, and no one can change it. So that can be used for a whole bunch of stuff, and that's why it's important, right? The simplest way I can explain it. But, comment in the chat right now if you're excited about this. This is really exciting news. Comment if you're excited about it, if you knew about this, and what your take was on it while I drink some coffee. And I might have to go get some water pretty soon because I forgot a bottle of water. It's just out my room, just out this room, right before my kitchen. There's a place where I have waters. I'm gonna go bring a water because I'm really, really, really thirsty. And yeah, Sab, I see the last comment in the chat talking about leveraging. We'll talk about it, man. Right? So that's what you have with the London hard fork and Taproot, both coming into play. Huge opportunity. And let's talk a little bit about what I've been doing this morning and what you should be doing in this markets if you're entering right now. Maybe a couple of things to consider because it's pretty important. And right now, we're seeing Bitcoin and Ethereum being the best cryptocurrencies to own, the two biggest cryptocurrencies. And the reason is, now there are some other coins like Hex and Solana, we'll talk about it later, but the two biggest cryptocurrencies are these. And the reason you want to be getting into these cryptocurrencies, if you're entering the market right now, is we've seen them perform well, but also if the market dumps, if Bitcoin dumps, we've noticed that Bitcoin and Ethereum dump a lot less than other cryptocurrencies. And because other cryptocurrencies are getting smashed, sure, a lot of people will say, it's a good time to get into these cryptocurrencies right now, and maybe it is. But if you buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, it exposes you to the cryptocurrency market. So you can grab those profits if we go up. But if we go down, you can use those cryptocurrencies to buy other cryptocurrencies on that dip. So if Bitcoin and Ethereum go down 5%, you can buy 20% cheaper coins, like coins that will go down a lot more. By the way, SNX is a great buy as well because of how much it went down, Link and so on. So that's the reason why those are the most important cryptocurrencies right now. It's hot here in Greece, by the way. Right? And that's why you should be looking to get into these cryptocurrencies. Now, we've also noticed that Solana, Hex has been a monster, just killing it, but Solana and some other cryptocurrencies have also been doing well. So what I have done this morning, and this is not about buying cryptocurrencies necessarily. I already made a lot of my lower plays into these bigger coins already in the top 20, and other cryptocurrencies I believe in for the long term. I talked about that last the live stream before that in some of the videos. But what I did, if you have cryptocurrency on Uniswap, right, on your MetaMask, you know that you could not move or sell these cryptos for a while now because of the fees being too high, 50, 100, 150 euros, dollars, whatever. But this morning, it cost like $1 or $2 just to send them from MetaMask to an exchange. And while having your cryptocurrencies may not be the best thing to have on an exchange, if you want to trade them, or if you want to take profits, or if you want to use them basically, now it does make sense to have them on an exchange right now. Not a lot of people are going to be like, oh, boy, on an exchange, not your keys, not your crypto. Yeah, sure. But there's also not your fees, not your crypto either, right? Too much fees, not your crypto, right? If your fees cost more than what the crypto you have. So I spent quite a while getting a lot of my smaller plays and cryptocurrencies that I wanted to sell back in the day or make exchanges from MetaMask. And I sent them to KuCoin and Binance, so I'll be able to trade them once they start going up, or I'll be able to put some orders in, or to be able to sell them if I want to. Does that make sense? So that might be a good idea. Now, I noticed this around 7 to 9 o'clock this morning, Greek time. So about 10 to 12 hours ago. So do the math for tomorrow and see if the fees are that low. And you might want to pick up some NFTs if you like the NFTs and do some other stuff or do some other trades. If you don't want to move them onto an exchange, at least you can trade them if you want to trade them on Uniswap with lower fees and so on. Does that make sense? So keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to be going through the chat pretty soon to answer your questions, but before I do, book of the week, right? If you want to learn how to trade crypto, a lot of people ask me how to do fundamental analysis. And a lot of videos out there, how to do fundamental analysis for crypto, are bull crap. Now, I'm a technicals guy, but there is fundamental analysis. So book of the week, and this is not a crypto book, but book of the week is How to Make Money in Stocks, a Winning System in Good Times and Bad by William O'Neill. This is an amazing book to learn how to trade stocks. Now the technicals in here and the fundamental analysis, SlimCan, in this book that you will learn can be applied to or can give you an idea how to do analysis on cryptocurrency. Now, this is a pretty big book. It's not a small book. You start by learning charts, how charts work, and the more you see charts, the more your eye gets used to them. And that's because charts are like music. It's like you see a bunch of crap on like a sheet of paper, but to a musician, it's a whole language, and they can play that music. Well, if you learn how to read the notes, so can you. It's like learning a foreign language. Once you learn how to speak Greek, you can read Greek and you can understand that you have this aha moment. It's the same thing when you're looking at charts. It's not, right? It's a language. So that's when it comes to charts, but also, right, this is how to read charts like a pro, right? And improve your selection and timing. But also, look, you have, for example, let me just find some shit for you. Leader or Lagarde, right? Chapter 7, or you got this how to do fundamental. And don't let this scare you. Right now it's scaring you. Don't let this scare you. But if you really go into it, You know, you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot about stocks, right? So make sure you pick up this book. I know it's for stocks, but it can apply to crypto. But also, why not do it in stocks? Why not learn how to trade stocks? You can literally learn how to trade stocks and make a living trading stocks, trading crypto, and so on. A lot of people do that. Now, it does take time to learn technical analysis and learn how to trade stocks. It'll take a year or two. And I know that seems like a lot of time, but it's not. Imagine to become a doctor, it's what, 5 or 6 years, or lawyer, it's 6 to 80 years or something like that. Well, you can learn how to trade and learn stocks and crypto and make more money in crypto and in stocks than what lawyers and doctors do. So if you haven't finished school, if you don't know what to do with life, and if you like stuff like this, why not learn and make it into a profession, right? And I'm not selling you a course. I'm not going to tell you to, I'm going to sell you a course saying, oh, let me teach you stocks. No, I'm not. And I don't even have this down in the description below because I forgot to write it down. Maybe I'll put it after the stream. But you can, you have to look how you can survive, how to do something in this life. It's not all by luck or just buying and holding or hodling or whatever you want to call it. It's also about, fixing your life, making something out of your life, and maybe this is your ticket. Or if you study this, maybe you figure out this is not your thing, but maybe you do something else. It will open up, it will pave the way for you to think and discover new things you want to do. Does that make sense? Right? It's not just about buying and holding, man. You can literally make a really cool, really good career, in stocks and in crypto. Now, that said, if you learn sales and marketing, you can make a lucrative career, right? Like, I'm a sales and marketing guy. I haven't finished high school. I'm the head of marketing of a crypto exchange. I'm an executive manager in Mintable. Right? I do projects. I give it this YouTube channel. This is just to help people and become known, if you will. I'm an author. I've authored multiple books on crypto marketing, and in sales. You can literally become someone there. So you don't let crypto be the end all of everything you do. See what you can learn, skills to develop so you can do something in your life. Because believe me, it'll be a lot easier. And believe me, you won't have to rely just on crypto. Or you can also, get money to be able to buy the dip and do more. Does that make sense? So if that makes sense, yeah. So let me go into the chat. We're going to go into the chat straight away today. Let me answer some questions, and before I answer your questions, let me quickly pick last week's winners. And last week's the week before that, I sent them a message, but I didn't answer the email. I saw the email, but I'll definitely do that today or tomorrow and send them out their gifts. Let me real quick let me show you what I'm doing. So let's just go to my YouTube channel here. Let's go to, don't let this FUD, this is a good title to grab your attention. We don't know anything yet, or at least I don't know anything about it yet. Maybe he's right, I don't know. Let's go to comment section. Actually, no, that's a lie, but let's go to comment section. Anyways, we don't really have a choice right now. Let's go to content. Let's go live. This week's live stream, this is last week's live stream. TubeBuddy. Oops. TubeBuddy. Pick a winner. All right, so Caroline Botones says, drinking wonderful ice water, my favorite drink, and listening to you for some insights. So, Caroline, if you are listening, if you're watching, you just want a copy of the Crypto Factor, which is right there. That's contributed by Andreas Antonopoulos, Roger Ver, Tone Vase, and other leaders and pioneers in the space on how to succeed in crypto, the mindset and the thought process you need to succeed. No shilling, just mindset and the similarities of everybody that has succeeded, how they think, so it can help you succeed in business and in life, whether it's crypto or not. So well done, congratulations. I'm probably comment later on as well just to make sure you saw that, but really hope you're watching these. Anyway, so let's go into the chats, shall we? Let's have a look what we have here. By the way, hit that like button if you can, man, real quick. All of you, hit that like button. It will help out if you like what you're watching. If you don't like what you're watching, hit that dislike button. I don't mind. Just hit something. All right. I'm never late, Ivan. I was here at 7:05. 7:05 is when the live stream starts. For saying hello. Thanks for your job. You're very welcome. Cosmos AVAX, what is your take? I invested badly. Look, if you go into AVAX, if you go into Cosmos, those are very good cryptocurrencies. Now, they are top 10 cryptocurrencies, so they're okay. I think those are going to go up before the smaller caps this time, right? Cosmos is its own blockchain. AVAX is its own blockchain. I think they have room to grow. I hold AVAX, which is Avalanche. I used to hold Cosmos. I get in and out of Cosmos. It's not a bad project, so you are doing good. Plus, if you put in the Cosmos into your Exodus.io wallet, you also receive dividends from it. Not dividends. What's it called in crypto? Oh my God, my head stopped. You also get what's the word, guys? Come on, help me out here. What's the word? My head just stopped working. I don't believe it. Anyway, you get shit back for it. I don't know why my head's not thinking of this word. I use it all the time. Anyway, probably the dive I did in the sea. All right, how's your health? We already answered that. I'm glad you accepted my question about what coins and how diversified portfolio should be for beginners. Oh, hold on. Oh, I answered that. Okay. You're very welcome. I was about to answer it. And please don't repeat your question because I do go down and I get into it. If you could just keep on repeating your question, I have to delete them or put you on timeout, and it really sucks. Should I buy FIRO at this level? I will say no because I don't know what FIRO is. But I might be missing something, but I will be buying large cap coins right now, Ethereum and Bitcoin, for the reasons I stated earlier on in this live stream. Yes, you can probably go into other coins as well, but I wouldn't. That's just me. Matic update. I think Matic's a good coin to hold. It's a good cryptocurrency. Again, I prefer Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, but Matic is also good. It also looks like it's a very good place to buy it. If we don't go down anymore, if Bitcoin doesn't drop anymore, then I think this is a very good entry for Matic. What do I think of ADA price in August? Not sure about August, but by the end of the year, if the bull market continues, I'm looking anywhere from $4 to $7. And it is a possible $10 if towards the end of the bull market, though. Short-lived price for a while. So $4 to $7 my take on ADA. I've been saying that since the beginning. I'm going to stick to my guns. I just talked about Matic. VeChain is a great project, but I got out of it and put it into Ethereum for now. But it is a great project. I do think it's going to get listed on Coinbase pretty soon. But I didn't want to wait for it. I wanted to put it into Ethereum for the reasons I explained earlier in the live stream. Will that be a good thing to do or a bad thing to do? Doesn't matter. A lot of times you take a loss. Well, I was in profit on VeChain, but a lot of times you'll take a loss on the cryptocurrency you bought. Let's say you bought a while ago and you lose 50%. Now, if you lose 50%, you have two choices. Either leave it and keep losing, and it can always go lower, by the way. All this crap that people tell you, oh, it can't go any lower, buy the dip, oh, don't sell the loss, is bullshit. It can always go down lower. Believe me, it can go down lower, right? If you want to break even, you can buy something like Ethereum if you think it's going to double. So you can buy Ethereum, and if it will 2x, you'll get your money back, you'll break even. So you can use it as a mechanism to break even or to get a little less profit, but less risk-free. And if we enter a bear market, the other coins might just vanish. They might never be seen or get a pump again, but Ethereum and Bitcoin, the likelihood is they're going to go up again. So that's why you want to do that. Does that make sense? What happens when all BTC is mined? Well, obviously, okay, so there's a few different theories on this. I'm not the right person to ask. It's more of an Andreas Antonopoulos thing. But essentially, people will be using Satoshis. They'll be dominated in Satoshi, so it really doesn't matter. And I guess we'll see. But I think you still pay for transactions, so miners will still get paid for transactions. But by then, it should be like, if things go well, it should be used as a legal tender everywhere, right? So it will be different. But why worry about what's going to happen in 100 years right now? Holding long term and hodling is one thing. Hodling for 100 years is another. But really, I'm not the person to answer this question. There's other people that can get into it and explain it far better than I can. A handsome man with great personality and confidence. Joshua, are you a lady or a girl? Because if you're a lady, I want to meet you. Just kidding. Page CM. Still like the music video from last week. Yeah, The Revolution by Paul D and Annette Tartani. That's pretty cool. My emceeing days. Do you know about Roblox? I've heard about it a couple of times, but I haven't really studied it, so I'm not the person to ask about it. This channel is very real and very honest. You're not going to get skipping over questions that I don't know or trying to answer in a way just to look cool. If I don't know something, hey man, I don't really know about it. I'll just tell you I don't know about it. Safe moon voice, I can't really do it. It's a bit weird for me these days, but maybe, I don't know, maybe in the future. It's like a Mickey Mouse. Have you ever heard Mickey Mouse? It's like a Mickey Mouse voice. The XRP voice is a bit different. I can't do it because of my neck, but the Safe Moon voice is like a Mickey Mouse kind of spin-off voice. It's like, you don't know anything, huh? You have no idea, man, huh? You know? We need to discuss about portfolio diversification for beginners with small funds available, isn't it? Yeah, I have. Hey, hi, Ayushman, I have talked about this in various videos and live streams. Basically, you want to be holding, just make it very short as possible without the details for you, but you can go watch other videos that get more into details. But you want to be holding Bitcoin, Ethereum. You want to be holding things in mid caps like Cosmos, Link, SNX, so on, which as you do, the XRP, DOT, Solana, and all these, which as you take profits into Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then you have your lower market cap coins, your crap coins, if you will, that you can then make them into your mid-cap portfolio, then put them in your higher portfolio as time progresses. This doesn't include shit coins, really shit coins, like poo coins, like really bad coins, but you can also risk there, but now's not the time. That happens in full bull market FOMO mode. And when that happens again, now you know why to take profits and why I was telling you to take profits. So when Safe Moon and Moon and Fuck Moon and all these coins are going crazy, start taking profits. All right. Sorry about swearing, by the way. Probably lost the monetization to this channel again. Yes, Chris Haddad, it's a good time to buy Solana, Kusama, and ADA, although I still would concentrate on Ethereum and Bitcoin so you can at least break even or at least be able to use that to buy other coins later. But yeah, those coins you mentioned are pretty solid coins. I've been taking profits into those as well for my lower coins. So it's not just Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously. But yeah, those are very good coins. Also, anything that's coming out under them, like coins under Polkadot in the ecosystem, coins under ADA in the ecosystem, Solana and so on. Paul, looking left and right again. Yes, I like looking left and right before I cross the camera. The ocean's sketchy when you can't see what's in front of you. Sure, I like swimming. Good time to, okay, we already talked about it. Don't repeat your questions, man. I already answered them. Does Salvador move will help us? Yes, Salvador is an excellent move. It's a crazy move. And what people don't understand is making that a legal tender. This will bring tourism and business to Salvador, El Salvador. Other countries will see this and want to follow suit. No one wants to be first, no one wants to be last. So other countries will follow suit. It also gives a proof for Bitcoin to be legal tender. That means tax-free, by the way. No capital gains. A lot of people will move there, do businesses there, and so on. It should be great for the country. And once other countries see this, they're probably going to move into it as well. Also, if there's a world crisis and Salvador is doing good, then guess what that's going to do? So yeah, it could be huge. BL, can we be friends? Yes, we are already friends. Do you believe we're following the Wyckoff accumulation theory? Well, whether we are, or, look, we kind of are now. Now, whether we were following it or not, but at the very least, we've made a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Because of it. So I do think we're going to start going up from here. I'm still bullish. I do still think 30K is the bottom. Will we dip down to 30K, maybe a little bit less before we go up again, like the Wyckoff distribution method or theory? I don't know. Because history usually rhymes. It doesn't repeat exactly. And the Wyckoff distribution theory is something that doesn't have to be exact. So you might not see a perfect pattern. So let's see what happens. But I'm pretty much bullish here. We'll see. Depends on FUD as well. If we have some huge FUD, and when I say FUD, I mean it in the sense of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and a real FUD, right? A real case, because there are real cases that are pretty scary in crypto. It's not just FUD, oh, he's talking shit. You know what I mean? There are real cases to it. So let's see what happens. We'll look at the chart. Let's look at the charts real quick. Just no technical analysis, just a real quick looking what's going on here. Since I'm live, maybe I should have looked at these before. Look at that. Wow. What is that? Holy crap. Is it the 1 hour candle? 37K from here? That is a strong candle. Let's see if we can go over this resistance, which should be right around this area here. If we break this, we should continue going up. Let's look at the 4 hour or the 6 hour on this chart. Oh yeah, look, this is the resistance right here at 37.8. If we can break this, then we have more resistance 39, and then we all the way to 40. Then if we can break 40K and close on top of 40K at some point, we don't have any resistance to what? Okay, some resistance here maybe. All the way till about 50K. This is what I've been talking about, then all the way up to 55 and 60. So this is a good candle. I like this. Let's see if this continues going up. I do see we're over the moving averages here, which is great. It's huge. Sorry, daily. All right, we're not at the woods yet. We just still need to pass these two resistances. And once we go over 40K, this one should cross this. We could even get away, and we could even not see that death cross that everyone's talking about, that's freaking out about. Which, by the way, I don't think is as bad as people say it is, because many times it never happens, or you know, it's a fake out and goes back up. But yeah, it is pretty scary. If it coincides with other parts in the charts and news as well. So yeah, this was actually pretty cool. And that said, let me look at something real quick here. In theory, Bitcoin's going up great. So yeah, Bitcoin and Ethereum still the two most bullish. Let's see if we have any altcoins going up here. Matic doing good, but it all depends on Bitcoin here. Let's be honest. Oh, I see. Every call I made on these coins are going to be the best performing coins, which I have a few videos about. You can actually watch it. Every call I made, they're doing good. They're doing great. I'm not saying I'm Nostradamus or I'm great or anything like that. It's just that I know charts, I know fundamentals, and I've been here since 2017. And I kind of helps on the head of marketing in a fully licensed and regulated exchange, because I talk to a lot of people a lot smarter than I am, you know, showing me things, seeing things, and so on. And it helps me think. Does that make sense? Even though, obviously, these predictions were before I even got that job. So we'll see. Safe Moon family, what up? Gulam, let me explain something to you, man. I don't like Safe Moon. I don't know if you know this. I really don't like it. Please give me a shout out. I'm your biggest fan. Belle, this is a shout out, girl. This is a shout out. Much love to you. All right, let's move on. Hey man, trust your advices and knowledge. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, Max. But make sure you do your own research as well. And when I say you do your own research, I don't mean look at other YouTubers. I mean try and learn trading, try and learn fundamental analysis, try and learn how to look for things. Because ultimately, I'm a human being. I could miss a lot of things. What about possible death cross? Well, a death cross is not exactly FUD, more FUD. FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And in this case, it's a validated FUD, right? It's validated. A death cross is a death cross. But we're talking about Bitcoin, right? So if the death cross coincides with like really bad news and some other stuff as well on the charts, and it doesn't break the resistance area, which is also where the death cross is, because there's a lot of things that are lining up, then it could be a really bad. But it doesn't mean we're going to go down to zero. It might just be a really hard rejection and then go up again, right? So it's just a lot harder because a lot of bears are going to be shorting the market at that price with a stop loss above it. And then unless we get a short squeeze, it's going to be kind of hard to get on top of that for a while. Your favorite altcoin, how percentage do you own? My favorite altcoin is Ethereum, and that's a pretty big percentage. I already answered about VeChain and Matic. Should we buy Bitcoin because it's going down? Well, at the beginning of this live stream, I said Bitcoin is probably your best bet along with Ethereum, and right now it's going up while everything else is not. Bitcoin is always the best one to buy, because Bitcoin, it's not just about how much something will pump for you to make profits. Because people are saying, oh, Bitcoin can only go up 2x, 3x, 5x from here. It's also how less it can go down while everything else gets smashed into oblivion. So Bitcoin and now Ethereum probably are your safest bets to make money, but also lose less money. Does that make sense? And you can use those to buy other altcoins that have gone down more if we're in a bull market, or if you see it going up, then you can use that to buy more again, you know, it just makes more sense. Page CM, you're very welcome. About Taproot to investors. Can you explain what leveraging is, please? Yes, I can. Leveraging is, okay, so imagine you have $1,000 and you want to buy Bitcoin. Now this $1,000, Bitcoin can go up a little bit, like 5%, 10%, you make up $50, $100. That might not be a lot of money for you, even though it is. If you do that daily, it's crazy, right? You can make a lot of money just like that. But let's say you have $1,000. Now, you can use leverage. And leverage is kind of like a loan. And I'll explain to you, just bear with me. So if I do a 20% leverage, right, I now have $1,000 times 20. So that $1,000 becomes $20,000. Now, if I buy Bitcoin now, my profits, it increases by 20 times as well, 20%, right? Sorry. Okay, so now I can get more money while it's going up. The problem is I can also lose more money when it goes down. So if it moves a few percentage down now, I can also lose more money. And what happens is there's a margin call. So that $1,000, it's worth a lot more for you while it's going up, but it's worth a lot less for you when it's going down. So you only need to lose, like Bitcoin only needs to move down, I can't do the math right now, a less percentage move for you to lose everything, right? Now, this, you get a margin call and it's taken from your account. That's what a margin call is. This is probably the worst explanation I've ever done for margin and leveraging, but I've tried other ways and people still don't understand it. So imagine it's kind of like a loan, you're borrowing money, but if it goes down, the loan shark will take that amount of money from you. So whilst your $1,000 is now worth more, you don't have $1,000 to lose. You have $300 or $500, depending on the leverage you took. Does that make sense? So if it goes down 10%, you might get liquidated. So to use, so 50%, 30%, 100% leverage, I think is a crime. They should not do this, especially for cryptocurrency markets. I think it's crap. At Coin Metro, we do 5%, we do a 5x. Excuse me. We're thinking about doing 10x, but not any more than that. It's insane. It's, exchanges, don't mind doing that, because they make more money whether it goes up or down as long as you're using it, and the more you lose, the more you win. It's better for them anyway. But it's a crime, guys. It's a crime. You don't need leverage, especially in crypto, to make money. And a lot of people are trying to make $50 million, $50,000 and all that crap. And what they don't realize is you only need to make what, $50, $100 a day, $20 a day, depending on which country you're living in, to make a really good living trading crypto. So if you learn how to trade crypto, just like stocks, just like anything, right? You can make a good living out of it. You don't need to go for these massive gains. Now, you can have a hodl position where you have Bitcoin holding for long-term Ethereum and so on, like I do, maybe a few mid-term hodl positions as well in other cryptocurrencies. But when you're trading, only try to make a salary a day, like $50, $100, something like that, depending on where you live, $20, $30. You know, you win some, lose some. As long as you're making more than you're losing every day, you'll do good. If you learn how to do risk management and know when to stop, because once you make $50 a day, you're done. There's no reason to sit there trying to make more because that's your daily goal, right? And you can literally live on $50 a day. I don't think you need more, right? So, depending on the country you are, position you're at, for me it's nothing, but for other people it's something. Does that make sense? So see it that way. Don't try and make a lot of money too fast. Never works. But do keep a hodl position for the long term as an investment. But when it comes to trading, try to see how much money you want to make daily and do that. Do people still consider Ethereum an altcoin? Well, I do, in the sense that it's an alternative coin to Bitcoin, but it's not a shit coin. Before, it used to be a shit coin to everyone. At least that's how I see it. Let's go up. Everything just moved. My whole chat just moved. I don't know where the chat was. Where was I? Oh, there it is. That one dislike is the person who is probably the Safe Moon guy. That don't like Safe Moon. And that's okay. It doesn't matter if I don't like Safe Moon. You can still listen to my opinion so that you can do your own valuation. That's what do your own research means as well. Look at other opinions, keep an open mind, and then test them out. And if they're wrong or you don't agree with them, fine. But try to get away from your bias. Love your show, Paul, and how you deliver your content. Is Matic a good buy right now? Right now, I'm not sure. This period, maybe. Let's see what happens with Bitcoin right now first. But yeah, I think I didn't sell my Matic. I sold 1/3, 1/4 of my Matic into Ethereum, and I kept the rest. How do you get so much subscribers? It's hard. Well, look, you utilize whatever you can. Find your personality, find your persona, give good advice, and do it from the heart. As for the algorithm, there's a lot of things you can do. The most important is click-through rate and watch time, and try and utilize new things like YouTube Shorts, for example, and so on. I have another channel you can take a look at that talks about it. I'll do Marco too. Check out that channel. It's all about sales marketing, but also have some YouTube advice videos on there. That'll help you out. I saw that. Why did the prices go down so much this morning, especially MetaMask? Probably because of layer 2 solutions, but also mostly uncongestion of the Ethereum network, because all these prices going down, but also because a lot of other blockchains are taking market share from Ethereum. It also puts down the congestion of Ethereum. So Ethereum the fees go down as well. Does that make sense? What do you think about AMP? I have no opinion on it, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw the price of Bitcoin right now. Literally right now. I love charts. I'm going to grab that book. Go ahead. I'm going to put it in the description later on, but you can grab it anytime you want. If you go to my kit page, give me a second. It should be here. I don't really promote books anymore. But if you go on my kit page, which is also if you're a YouTuber, you should, by the way, you'll see that book in the book section, but you'll also see different things you can do for YouTubing, blogging, video, and so on. I used to be a video producer and director, so there's a lot of camera stuff in there, but there's also a lot of things for YouTube since I advise YouTube channels, work with YouTube channels, and so on. One of them being Coin Metro, by the way. You should check out Coin Metro. How long are you going to hold your crypto for? Depends. I got different wallets. So my Ledger Nano S is long-term, 3 to 5 years, and we'll see. We'll really evaluate when the time comes. Then I have my Exodus wallets and so on, which it's more mid-term, maybe a year or two. But I've been holding since 2017, trading since 2017, and it depends on different wallets, different bags, and so on. I love the unscripted discussion. So do I. I hate scripts. I don't script anything on YouTube. I literally grab a camera and start talking. Now, I might cut some shit out to make it a shorter video in my under 60 seconds videos. But generally, I don't script anything. Everything is right from here. I know what I'm going to talk about. I tried using a projector on a couple of videos on my other channel. I fucking hate it. I just like talking about what I'm talking about. Worst case scenario, I'll use some bullet points to keep me on track sometimes, but that's it. I do unscripted for everything. Even my training videos for companies and so on, I try to do them scripted. They sucked. I threw them all away, redid them, and they turned out a lot better. You look hot, by the way. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Is there called super cycle? There could be a super cycle. It's not impossible. We'll see if it comes. It should come. I already answered that question. Yield. Sure. I yield and I use DeFi as well, by the way, and I stake as well. Staking is a word, yes! The Arabic name I can't read. Thank you. Shokran. Thank you very much. Staking. You can stake your crypto and get rewards. That's what I was looking for, that word, man. When will the market pump? We don't know, but I made a video last live stream and the one before. I pretty much got into it in detail about what we're looking at and what we're waiting for. Where should you start playing if you're new at crypto? Books. Internet of Money by Andreas Antonopoulos. Different books, the Bitcoin standard. You might want to start buying, dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. If you don't know what that is, check out some of the videos or ask, and I'll get into it later on. But be careful. Pancake Swap and Engine, and thanks for your question. I like Pancake Swap. I'm staking Pancake Swap. Now I remember the word. Pancake Swap, I'm staking it. Sold half of them into Ethereum before the really big dump. But I kept half of them and I'm staking those. Engine's a good project, but I'm not into it right now. I'm going to get into it once we get into a confirmed bull market again. There'll be room to grow on other coins. ADA is still my #1 choice for this year, by the way. Don't repeat questions. If I had 10,000 to spend, what cryptos would I buy right now? By RTT646. I assume Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yes, Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you want some riskier plays, I would get into Link, Solana, maybe Matic, and maybe ADA for sure, and Polkadot. But only 20% of my portfolio. Everything else would be Link. Everything else would be Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then as the market goes up or down, I would see where it's going and either make some of that other altcoins and so on, depending on how they perform. What should I do? If you have huge loss, I don't know your portfolio. I don't know what I can't advise on that, man. I'm sorry. Matic is on Coinbase, great. A lot of people in big loss. I don't know. You're not being specific enough. I can't really help. Look, I know you like to stake on Binance. I know you tried not to scatter cryptos in case you passed away for ease recovery for a while. That makes perfect sense. I have a book with instructions for someone to give them to my, close family and so on, some charities maybe and so on if something goes wrong. Keeping an exchange is not as dangerous as people think. Keeping an exchange is safer for people who don't know how to handle private keys and so on. But if you want something simple for your wife, I suggest maybe looking at exodus.io and leaving some instructions to somebody to help out in case something happens. Because I've done that twice. I'm going to be doing that now again, just in case. I already have it written down, but I'm going to rewrite it because things change, new wallets, new stuff. But also I did when I was fighting cancer back in the day, I left instructions just in case something went wrong. What about the Dogecoin voice? My dog does that one. Very good. My Doge. Vias. He does the Dogecoin voice. He's like, I like Dogecoin voice. I like Dogecoin. I'm not saying it's a good investment. I'm not saying go buy Dogecoin. But I was having a lot of fun with Dogecoin since the conception of this channel and back in the day. And I even had like donation addresses for my Doge in Dogecoin in the beginning of this channel. So that should tell you. Michael Sway, this is Hi Greco. What's up, Elena? I am not related to any Starkis from RDBLA, Twilight Zone. I don't even know who that is, by the way. What do you think about Compound? I think it's a very good DeFi project. I think it should go up once DeFi starts going up again. Thoughts on XCM long term? I like XCM. Obviously, this is a bit of a biased opinion because I'm working as the head of marketing for that company. But I like XCM. The reason I joined XCM, look, I joined CoinMetro after I interviewed Kevin on my channel. I pursued to start working for CoinMetro. I wanted it. I was very open and very, how can I put this? Very vocal about joining their team. And after much negotiation, I joined their team. So I like XCM. There's a lot of things coming to XCM, and I will be holding XCM in the near future for long term. PancakeSwap, and then, okay, again, you already asked that 20 times. DOT honest price prediction for after 2 years. $100-ish, $140 maybe. $70 to $100 in this bull market if we continue. Are you concerned about Silvergate withdrawing banking services provided to Binance and rumors of investigation by various authorities? No. I'm not, because Binance will just find somebody else, A. And B, just because they're under investigation. There's a difference between being under investigation and part of an investigation, right? So basically somebody did some shady shit on Binance, and now they're investigating all parties involved, and Binance being an exchange are involved in an investigation. They're not under investigation. Does that make sense? There's a bit of a misconception there. Are Helium and Bobcat profitable? I don't know if they're profitable, but I was looking at Helium a while ago. I'm not looking at it right now, though. El Salvador is not safe for tourists. High criminality there. Well, third world countries or countries that don't have a lot of money, obviously crime will be high. B, I know there's a lot of gangs there and everything, but if you Google about El Salvador now, it's not as dangerous as you think for tourists. C, business tourism don't really care how dangerous a place is. We go to some crazy ass countries. I worked in Iran myself, which is not that bad, by the way. Great country. But in general, we don't care that much. We'll go there, we'll open companies, we'll do entrepreneurship there. And there'll be areas that are protected and there'll be change. That will also always happen. And because El Salvador are trying to bring in entrepreneurs, they're trying to help entrepreneurs coming and guide them and giving them no taxes and so on. They have a program for entrepreneurs. These areas will be safer, they'll be more protected, and as time goes, and that's where the tourism is going to go as well. And then as this thing gets better and better, they'll expand, and push out crime to the ghettos. Does that make sense? That's usually what happens. It's a good question, by the way. ICP has decreased 80% in a month. Well, For ICP to decrease 80% in a month, first of all, you have to keep, I don't know what ICP is, but keep in mind that you need 160% just to break even. So when something goes down 80%, you need 160% just to break even. Does that make sense? A lot of people don't understand that. So do the math on that and see if it's worth getting into that. Right now, I told you what's worth getting into. Okay, but yes, if you have $1,000 and you lose 50% of that, you're left with 500. But if you gain 50% on 500, you're left with 750, not 1,000. So it needs to go up 100% for you to break even, right? So keep that in mind. Pi Token says you give good advice, no bullshit channel. Keep it up. Will do, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Paul, let's say the alts to go down 50%. Will they go up quicker than BTC? Depends if you're in a bear trend, bear market. There's a lot of things. But basically, right now, Bitcoin, along with maybe Ethereum, but Bitcoin in general, is basically guiding the market right now. So keep that in mind. If Bitcoin starts going up again as well, then maybe the alts will rally faster, but that should take some time. We should be looking at the top coins right now, at least in my opinion. Please look at the Ethereum charts. Let's do that real quick. First of all, let's look at, where are we here? It's down at the bottom somewhere. I know there's an easier way to do it from the search above, but I don't know why. I'm just doing it this way. Now I just feel stupid. All right, fine. I gotta log in. Wait, no, I don't. Give me a second. So this is the Ethereum BTC chart. And as you can see, all right. So Ethereum versus Bitcoin, obviously Bitcoin is kicking Ethereum's ass right now. But we see a move here. One, the low, lower high, higher low. Let's see if we keep on going up from here and it breaks these two moving averages. And that way Bitcoin can beat Ethereum. Oh, sorry, Ethereum can beat Bitcoin. But in general, it's a pretty big fight, right? Yep. So we could be going up from here. We'll see, but we don't know that yet. We could also be going down. We don't know. Let's look at Ethereum USD. We need to get over these two averages, guys. We need to break this resistance area right here. We need to break 2,884, and then it should go all the way up to the 4,000s or close to the 4,000s. That's what we need to do on Ethereum. It looks, I know it looks bad because you're under these averages and everything, but if you take the high, the low, and the higher low here, I'm pretty bullish on Ethereum and Bitcoin, like I've been last week and the week before. I think the bottom is in. I really do think this is the bottom right here. And I know this is not like the analysis you expect. People like get real complicated with it, but that's how I do it. It's not a technical analysis channel. Do you think Bitcoin can hit 20 to 25,000? I do think it can, but I don't think it will. I think the bottom is in the 30K. I might be wrong though. How high can Solana go for 5 years? Don't know. I haven't made that kind of projection. I don't make those kind of projections for long term. I'm more of a Ethereum, Bitcoin long term, maybe Link, maybe some of the coins that we'll see perform well in this market like DOT. But I can't answer. 5 years is too far away from me. I'd rather hold Bitcoin and Ethereum even though I love Solana. Mana saying, I think you're one of the best crypto content creators out there. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it, man. That really means a lot to me. Everything just moved. Okay. Anything happening with Litecoin? I think Litecoin will go up in the bull market, obviously. It has a lot of potential. I think it's a bit of an old school coin. It doesn't really do much more of anything else. I guess you could buy it and stake it if you want, or you want for profits. That could be something you can do with Litecoin. But I don't really think it's necessary anymore. It used to be like silver to Bitcoin gold, and it used to be used as a test sort of thing for Bitcoin. Things would come out on Lightning faster, but now with all these layer 2 things and so on, I don't think it's needed. It also used to be good when Bitcoin fees were too high before SegWit. It would make sense to make it Litecoin, transfer it, and then make it into some Bitcoin again if you wanted to move it. But right now, there's no reason for that. At least I don't see one. Are we in for a deep correction? I think we're bullish, but I might be wrong. These are all probabilities. You should check out my analysis from last week and the week before. Nothing's changed. If you want my bearish and bullish scenarios and why I'm bullish, check out those live streams. There's timestamps in the description, so you can click and go to the place you want to go to, so you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. Even though I think you should, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool things in there. Can people live stream with 87 subscribers? I think you need 1,000, at least that's on mobile, Bell. But I'm not sure if you can live stream from, I think you can live stream from your desktop after 100 subscribers, but you're gonna have to check that out. I think that's more of a Google question than a me question. It's been a while since I, did some YouTube stuff. Paige says, I follow Coin Metro. That is how I found you. That's really cool, Paige. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Now you know. Is now a good price to buy or wait for the bear market? If it's Bitcoin and Ethereum, now's a good time. Whether it's a bear market or not, in my opinion. Dollar cost averaging, obviously, not putting everything in there. Don't bet the house on it. Sir, XRP, please. I think XRP is a good cryptocurrency, but I don't think it's the right time to buy it. In the sense that we still have news coming out from the SEC. We still don't know what's going to go on with that, and we still have time for this verdict to come out. So we do have time to accumulate XRP. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad coin. You could start accumulating it now. It's gone down enough, but it's not going to go up faster than other cryptocurrencies that we're in. Does that make sense? So when I told you to get out of XRP 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and get into SNX and so on, that was the time to do that. And when I told you to get back into XRP at 60 cents, all right, even though you bought higher than the 20, 30 cents, the other projects went up higher, so you made more profit. But that was the right time to get into XRP. And the right time when I got my XRP and made into Cardano, and I tweeted about it, and I put it on my page and everything, and everyone went ballistic on me, that was the right time to get out of XRP. So now it's time to accumulate XRP, but there are other coins that you should be accumulating first, in my opinion, because we have time for XRP. What good place to buy crypto that allow you to do stop losses? Coin Metro, Binance, and KuCoin. And Coinbase, I think Coinbase Pro. What is the best platform to stake your crypto? Well, I use I use DeFi. I use PancakeSwap. I use the actual DeFi sites and so on. So I stake some of my coins in Exodus, the wallet, because it's automatic staking. Sure, it's not the highest yield, but it's safer. The more you get back, the more percentage you get back, the more risk there is, by the way. That's why you get paid more, generally speaking. Any chance for XRP to pump? I'm a huge loss for this. I've been telling people to get out of XRP or at least diversify for months. I'm really sorry. You can still diversify some of that into Ethereum if you want to. Not financial advice, but might make sense. Or if you don't believe that, then just hold, I guess. Just hold, but wait for a year. or almost a year. Are you aware of the coin Baby Dogecoin, and would you consider investment? No, I'm not aware of the coin Baby Dogecoin, and I would never consider that as an investment. Maybe the Baby Shark coin, Baby Shark, but I just heard about it. I'm not telling you to buy that. Don't go rush and buy this shit coin just because I mentioned it. By the way, is Shiba Inu something to look into? No, it's another meme coin. The meme coin craze has gone by. And there are other coins that will do better. And the problem with all these meme coins and shit coins are not that in sense they won't make you money or they're bad, because they will make you money. But it's taking the picture away from real DeFi, real projects for the investment that you should be getting into. And you're becoming a shitcoin trader and not learning about crypto, not learning about DeFi so you can become a millionaire. So you're trading your mind for failure, for gambling, instead of training your mind to trade and to invest. That's the biggest problem. That's my biggest problem with all these coins. Not that it can't go up if it didn't go up or all that. What about Cake Boss? You are my guru. I made profit. Follow you 60 seconds. Serious talk. You're very welcome. I don't know about Cake. Oh, Pancake. Yes, Cake. So I was in Cake a while ago, man, like when it made sense. Right now I'm staking Cake. It's a risky play, but it could be good. It could be good. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. I'm in the same boat as you are when it comes to Cake. The only problem I have with Cake, it's an anonymous team. But other than that, it looks pretty solid. So don't bet the farm. ADA prediction by 2025. How about a nice 2021 prediction, 2022? $7 to $10. $4 to $7, sorry, maybe 10. And then we'll cross the bridge when we come to it for 5 years and so on. Ethereum and Bitcoin, for example, 75% Ethereum and 25%. Depends on your risk reward. It depends on how old you are. It depends on how long you want to hold it. Depends on a lot of things. It depends on the rest of your portfolio. I can't answer this question like that. It's kind of like why you need to be a financial advisor. Thoughts on Harmony One? It's an interesting project. It's a good project. But as I said, right now, I'll be getting to the coins I mentioned earlier on in this video. I already answered this one. In the recent past, I did say 75% Bitcoin, 15% Ethereum, and 10% alts. That could be changed to 60% Bitcoin now and more Ethereum, maybe even a little bit more with what's going on with Ethereum, but I still like Bitcoin mostly. Frederick Swell just became a supporter, just joined as a member. Welcome as a member to the Crypto Factor. I won't let you down. Really appreciate you. If anybody wondering what that is, he just hit the join button under the video. He's contributing to the channel as a supporter. He gets some really cool perks and emojis and stuff. And yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. Can XRP end up as a stable coin in the future? It ends up as a stable coin throughout its history a lot of times. Look, XRP is a good project. It's not my favorite project. There's other projects out there that can do a lot better. And the use case for it to be a banking coin and be transferred through banks, they don't usually use XRP. They use RippleNet. But other than that, you see El Salvador, they chose Bitcoin, not XRP. And there's a reason for that, and I've explained it many times. It's a long story, but you get the drift. Thoughts on Ethereum Classic? I see Ethereum Classics as a meme coin. All the development is on Ethereum, real Ethereum, or Ethereum now, right? There's no reason to be into Ethereum Classic unless you're waiting for a pump, which makes sense if you're a gambling man, but there's really nothing to do there. All the development's on Ethereum. The reason they hard forked into Ethereum Classic is they didn't agree with the direction of Ethereum. They did something so they can get back some funds that were hacked, but all the developers are on Ethereum. Everything's going on. The Ethereum Alliance is on Ethereum. Do you think there will be any Miami-style Bitcoin conferences in Europe? I hear some rumors about Cyprus. Don't know about Miami-style, but I hear some rumors about Cyprus and other countries as well. You're very welcome to everybody saying thank you. Do you think Biden will poo-poo crypto this week during the G7? More than likely, but we don't know that. He might say something that sounds negative, but is actually bullish. So he might have the initial dump and then go up, or vice versa. We don't know until he speaks. Now, a lot of people assume he's going to say this, assume he's going to say that. We don't know none of this. And the fact that Trump spoke out against Bitcoin, I kind of, that might not be as bad as we think it's going to be when Biden talks. We'll see. There's a lot of people in Congress and the Biden team that are pro-cryptocurrencies. Maybe he talks about regulation. Maybe he talks about regulating without stifling innovation. We don't know that yet, so we'll see. What about DOT, Polkadot coin? DOT is a very good coin, and so is Kusama, which is a sister company underneath there. I definitely would be holding DOT long term, and I am. But I'm also holding it midterm to get some profits out of it, as long as things go up, as Bitcoin goes up. Page CM saying bravo, thank you, appreciate it. I kind of like that little speech too. You're very welcome, Igor. 5,000. I have $5,000 right now, and I'm planning to buy 60% Ethereum, 10% LTC, 10% ADA, BNB, and Dogecoin. What do you suggest me, brother? Hold it at least for 8 years. Vinny, Bitcoin 50%, Ethereum 20%, maybe 30%. Put the rest of those into the rest of that percentage, whatever that is, and maybe add some DOT, and a little bit of XCM. Now, full disclosure, I'm the head of marketing of XCM, of the Coin Metro exchange. But I'm seeing some really good things coming on that exchange. I would say it's a mid-risk opportunity. Now, if you knew what I knew, it wouldn't be as big as that risk that is, but unbiased as possible, it's a mid-risk. If you don't know me, if you don't know I'm working there, look into it. But Dogecoin is a long-term investment? I don't know. I don't know about Dogecoins long-term. I like Dogecoin, but it's more of a joke, of fun. It's a meme, you know what I mean? It's a meme, know what I mean? And also look at Solana while you're at it. Thank you very much. But definitely, if you're gonna hold 8 years, most of my shit will be in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm telling you right now, everything. If it's an 8-year play, maybe 10-20% should be the rest of the coins, and most of it should be in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because if you look at the charts, if you look at the top 10, every 4 years, or every 5 years, or every 3 years, or whatever, but every cycle, if you look at the top 10, even the only ones that are consistently the top 10 since conception in places 1 and 2 is Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you're asking me long term, it's Bitcoin and Ethereum. I wouldn't even look at the XCM or anything like that long term. I would look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, if it's long term 8 years, but you'll be trading up to those 8 years, you'll be like rebalancing a portfolio, then you can look at the other coins at a 20%, maybe 15% thing where you can play around with them. $87 ID if Bitcoin goes to 20,000, still possible? Sure. A lot of people don't understand this, but just because if Bitcoin, if Bitcoin goes down 20 to 20K, everything's going down to shit, right? So keep that in mind. So let's see what Bitcoin does. But if ADA can go up while Bitcoin is going down in general, or stay the same, yes, because it's taking market share, more money's coming into the market caps go up, so that makes more sense for it. That's what a lot of people confuse about market cap. And I know I'm not articulating this the best way possible, but it is a fact. What is Akash Network? I have no idea. I've heard about it, but I don't know what it is. We already talked about VeChain ADA. I don't know what, Mariano, not sure what you mean by long term. A lot of people in crypto think long term is a year. So I can't really answer that question. To me, it's 5 years. Is ICP a good buy? I already answered this. I don't know ICP and 80%. Oh, you weren't able to hear my answer? Just go back, Sab. Okay, look. I don't know about ICP, so I don't know. But if something goes down 80%, it doesn't mean it's going to go up again. It can go up another 8, down another 80%, or down another 80%, and so on. Right? Just keep that. Let's just make that very, very clear. Now, if something goes down 80%, you need it to go up to 160% just to break even. Right? So if you have $1,000 and something goes down 50%, you have $500, but you need to go up 100% just to break even. Otherwise, if you go up 50%, it'll be 750. Does that make sense? So it's very hard to go up again. So maybe buying that is not the best look right now, or at least if you are going to buy it, make sure you're also buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. My opinion. Bitcoin death curve, when will it occur? If it occurs, it's going to be in a week or two, I guess. Depends. It always moves, by the way. The market is trending up. Is there anything specific moving it? Well, I like looking at charts. I don't like looking at news. Okay, it's doing okay. Let's see what happens. Maybe there's some news. So there's something that said, show me the charts, I'll tell you news. Something's going on, and we'll know about it after. But by reading charts, right? By reading charts, you know something bullish is going to happen. Because show me the charts, I'll tell you news. See, there's news for the masses and news for the classes, and we don't have access to the news for the classes. The only and best chance we have is looking at the charts. And the charts can tell us if news is going to come as good or news is going to come as bad. And right now, it looks like we're going to get some bullish news. What is that news? I don't know. But the charts are looking like they're going to be bullish. But let's see how it goes. We don't know yet. Let's see how it goes from here, okay? Let's not, rush into anything. I already answered about compound. Is it wise to have all your investments in just Bitcoin? Yeah, well, it is wise. It's the safest and surest way to make money. I'd like to diversify at least some into Ethereum as well, maybe something else as well. But if you want to just go Bitcoin, that's great. And I'm not being a maximalist. That is actually a good play. It's the safest way to do an investment in crypto. Zahid saying, should we be buying altcoins or waiting? You should be buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the altcoins I mentioned in this live stream or in the videos I just released today and yesterday. They're 1-minute videos, dude. Don't know about AMP, already answered that. In July month, I think Bitcoin comes to $14,000 level. Okay, Nostradamus. Just kidding, Mohammed, I don't think so, man. I think you're wrong, but I might be wrong. Do you recommend dollar cost averaging now or waiting? If you dollar cost average, then do it anytime you want. Do it right now. Because what if it doesn't drop? What if it goes up? So yeah, you can dollar cost average right now if you're going to dollar cost average, Zahid. Maker worth the hold if I'm down 50%? Well, if we're looking at Maker, if we're looking at another DeFi run, which I think we are, it might make sense just to hold that. Or depending on how much you have, if it makes sense to turn some of it into Ethereum, it really depends. We'll see. Or Bitcoin. We'll see. I personally, Maker, if I had Maker, I would hold it as it is. That's just me, though. My opinion of where BTC, I'm still looking at look, in the beginning of the year, I said Bitcoin will run to $70,000 all the way to $140,000. Right now, I'm still looking at $70,000 all the way to $140,000 by the end of this year, even though we almost hit the $70,000 level. Okay? So we should retest that, maybe break that. I'm bullish though. This could change. This could change as time goes by, but I'm still seeing that price range. So what you can do is you can take some profits at $70,000, and then if it goes over $70,000, buy in at a higher price, doesn't matter, and then ride up to all the way to like $100,000 or the next resistance. Does that make sense? And yes, in this case, buying higher does make sense. And anybody's like, oh, I'm saying about buying higher. Yeah, go to my video about buying higher. You can search it in my videos. It does make sense to buy higher many times, and there's a few times that it's actually preferable to buy higher. Do you offer chart classes, or who do you... I do not offer chart classes, Frederick. I recommend either the chart guys or Tone Vase. My opinion about Dash is my same opinion about Litecoin. So you can go back and look at that. How many coins do you recommend investing in if we already have positions? But I don't think you should have more. I think you should diversify into 5 coins if you know what you're doing, and no more than 10, until you start, fucking around with DeFi and smaller cap coins. That's a different story. But 5 to 10 is a good enough number. It's easier to track as well. Airdrops, what's going on in the news, and so on. Are you watching the Euros this year? The soccer game? The soccer. I'm probably going to be betting heavily on this. I always bet on outcasts and wait till if I make it in time, I bet on outcast teams. I love gambling, so that's one of the things I like doing every 4 years or whenever 2 years or whenever something happens, like a European match. Good evening. I'm so late. Damn traffic. Richard, I'm sorry, man. Traffic's traffic, dude. What do you think will come with Shiba Inu? I think it's hard to say. Me personally, I think it's going to go down, and it's going to be forgotten about. But maybe maybe it develops some sort of community over the years, like Doge did, and hold a certain base and do like a Doge sort of thing over years to come. But it has a lot to prove, a lot of years to do that, right? Richard Hart is online. Info for my Hexicans. Everybody that's a Hexican, go to Richard Hart. Leave this live stream. What are your thoughts on HBAR? I like HBAR. I think it's going to be a very good competitive blockchain in the future. That said, I recently took my HBAR and put it into Ethereum. Good to hear you're bullish. Yes. Yes. You are bullish. True. So you are. You should live more within the week, man. You should go. I used to go live within the week in impromptu live streams, straight from the Doge Park, and I'm going to start doing that again. Just I've been very busy the last few weeks working with 2 companies, but I'm going to start doing surprise live streams again, plus member live streams, which I've been late to. As soon as I take care of a few things about my health and see where I'm at, and as soon as I make a better routine for myself, I will definitely do that. What do you think about Forex trading? I think it's good, but I prefer crypto trading, more money to be made. Gabriel, Paul is better than RH, which is Richard Hart. Thank you, Gabriel. Really appreciate you, man. What did you say for Hex? I said Hex is a month. Oh, I got a couple of coins coming out, a couple of videos coming out on Hex. I made one recently saying that it's one of the best performing coins in this bull market, so it's a good idea to have a look at it. And I've got a couple of videos coming out maybe today or tomorrow. So tonight or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, man. Scott, are we at the bottom? I believe the bottom was 30K, man. I could be wrong, but I think it's 30K. We might see a dip to 27K, but I really think 30K was the bottom. And that said, thank you. Please hit that like button. Really appreciate you. If you enjoyed this live stream, please consider subscribing to The Crypto Factor. I appreciate you. And yes, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. I love you all.